All right, Sagittarius, this is your Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising reading for May 2023. Let's get started. Okay, very nice. Oh, there you are. Right at the top of your reading here. Oh, ha 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 ha. I forgot. There you are again. Meant to be, meant to be. All right. So, at the center of your reading, we have the Six of Pentacles. There is some sort of generosity or a balancing out of a situation that you are currently finding. Maybe it is more of that you are able to give back. Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry. Starting out on a bad note here. Oh, all right. I have coffee and my throat is a little scratchy, so I apologize, guys. I'm trying here. I'm trying. So there's something about your health that could also be kind of getting in balance at this time. And the reason I say that is because I have temperance at the top there. There's some sort of need for a balancing out of a situation, and it seems like it's happening. You're successful at getting two separate things, two separate levels, two separate, and I don't know, there's something about, and it's in the first house as well, if I'm reading the houses. So I feel like something with your health is getting worked out. Also, you could get a victory on some sort of say if you had a health issue and you're having a hard time with your insurance company or something, there's a getting together of the health. There's some sort of balancing out of a situation. It could be with finances and health, or it could be about the actual practical things that you do in terms of your diet, of your exercise, or whatever. There's some sort of balancing out of a situation. So it could be hormonal, it could be, there's something here that has to do with some level or something kind of getting back to a nice homeostasis or something. There's also, do I have any other traveling cards? No. Well, the Two of Wands. So this is about a car situation, maybe, that you've maybe had to pay out something in order to get a car back, or get or buy a new car because it broke down. There's something here about someone giving you a gift, or loaning you a car even. There's some sort of kind of vehicle and finances, a little motif in the middle here. So at the top of your reading, what's on your mind at this time? You're thinking very much like you normally do. It's very balanced. It's very patient. You're thinking about how you can make something work, and do it in a way that's both patient and also skilled. It's like having the skill of being able to deal with tedious things maybe that are little mishaps and things, and making them work to your favor. It is alchemy, right? So there's some sort of, that's why I say there's like this giving to this side and giving to this side. You could literally be very successful at being a bartender at this time, or thinking about getting a job bartending, um, so you can afford a new car. Um, there's this also this you're thinking a lot about art at this time. You could be like trying to decide whether you want to paint your car a different color. There's something here about kind of blending or melding something together in order to create something entirely new. And it's an art form in some sort of way. So, a mixologist, it can be a painting, a painter, sculpting, anything to do with those kinds of bringing things together, any kind of creation of that sort of thing. Now, the Chariot, because it is the most, in this deck, it's like the most modernized version of a vehicle, right? So it can literally represent a vehicle. However, it is also ruled by Cancer, and so it is a protective and kind of um, nurturing what is going to be driving us forward. So there's some generosity and having to nurture other people. So it could be about cooking. So if you're a chef, this could be what this is talking about. And you're thinking about maybe your art form. This is also Sagittarius. You're ruled by, or Temperance is ruled by your sign, right? So it is like this delicate kind of approach to a belief system, or a system that will get you to the ultimate enlightenment. So it can literally be talking about inner alchemy as well as external alchemy. So maybe this has to do with your mental health and healing from any kind of substance abuse, or any kind of, and that process of being in the mix of trying to figure out what's the next step, or going through the motions of feeling your emotions through a big change in your life, and healing from those things. It brings healing, and having an angelic presence, a spiritual presence at the very top of your reading, I feel is a very good omen. In the past, I see that things were not, in your past is not good. There was something that was driving you crazy, making you so stressed out and not able to function. Maybe you went through a bout of depression, and you've been trying to get yourself back in a normal balance mentally. This can be also, the Temperance card can be medication. So it could have been, your doctor introducing something that actually works, or you discover a different type of method. Now, I'm not a medical professional. This is something that would have already started to happen because it's happening presently. So if this is not for you, then do not take any medical advice from me, because I'm not giving any. I'm just stating what I'm seeing in the cards. So this, whatever it is that was eating you up back then, causing you great anxiety and sleepless nights, there is some sort of healing that is coming to that, and you're thinking of maybe new ways to approach or you're developing new beliefs that are helping you heal in some sort of way. So there's balance being created and restored. You might be actually because these cards represent like tempering a situation and giving a little here and a little there, like I said, the cooking thing, but this can also be like any kind of laboratory. I don't have the magician here, but any kind of laboratory, any kind of making something in a factory or anything like that. But there's something here, I believe it has to do with health because that seems to be what's showing up the most. The strength card also gives me health vibes as well. So I think that there was a health problem that was stressing you out before. Maybe it was actual mental health or depression. Could have been a physical health problem. You figured out a way. Something is starting to work. You're bringing this troublesome thing and you're neutralizing it with your drive to succeed in the situation by having patience and doing what's giving back to yourself, as well as, you know, balancing out the giving back to others and other things in your life and giving back to yourself. So there's a self-nurturing here, there's a healing here, and you're just taking good care of yourself instead of in the past where you were really hurting. So what you're not aware of is that there's this woman that's really helping you at this time. You might not be aware that somebody is sending you positive vibes from afar, and she doesn't have to be close because the Queen of Cups is very psychic, and she's doing something behind the scenes maybe to help you out in a situation. She's pulling for you in some sort of way. She can be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio woman, but she doesn't have to be a woman or any of those signs, but those are the energies that are coming through in that card. I also see a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy as well. So those are the two court cards, other than I have the King. So I believe that obviously the King is you. I'm pretty sure the King is you, but we'll get to that in a minute. So somebody is pulling for you behind the scenes, or there is somebody who is helping you, and it could be a therapist as well, because she does work in the helping fields, a social worker, a therapist, a psychic. I mean, she is that kind of Cancerian energy as well. So I feel like Cancer is a big sign for you here. So it could be somebody who's a Cancer is really pulling for you and really trying to, you're really getting your stuff together with the help of this person. You might not know that they're helping you as much as they are. I'll leave that to the future here. So your advice is to be discerning, to really use your rationality and your past history to help you make good decisions and cut out what is not necessary in life. So maybe making things easier for yourself at this time while you are in this healing stage or this alchemy stage. It could be that you went through a dark night of the soul not too long ago, and there's a great healing coming in, and balance is being restored in your life. And so now it's like we're in that tender stage of we're getting out of the dark and we're trying to keep it that way, right? So this is somebody who's not afraid to say, you know, I'll let you forward, but to get to see what's going on with you. And this could be a person, place, a thing. You know, it doesn't have to be a person that's being beckoned forward. But then once I get a good look at you, and I can register like, been there, done this, it doesn't work for me, or yes, this seems to be okay. That will help you immensely through this process. Also, being a filter in your own life. So if there's things that you don't want to be around or activities that you can't do at this time because you're in a healing process, really discern, really make choices that are good for you. And the Queen of Swords, she might come off as a little standoffish or brash, but she really means well, and she's very fair. So it's It's okay to be a little bit um, cold sometimes, or people might take it that way, but maybe you're just trying to protect yourself, and your energy. Now, in your other people see you as being really having a really strong spirit at this time. They see you as being somebody who is um, really kind of charming as well. You could be somebody who could talk the pants or the talk the talk the pants, talk the spots off a ladybug type situation. Um, there is power that you have an influence over somebody who is not really at their nicest right now. It could be this woman here, um, or a friend could be kind of trying to calm you down in terms of trying to balance you out. So somebody could be coming in and has the power to kind of like heal um, your situation in some sort of way. They intuitively know how to nurture you on an emotional level. They might be helping you to kind of, it's almost as if they have like a magical touch or something. So if this is like any kind of dentistry or there's just a lot of different kind of healing modalities that could come along with the strength card, but I do see it as a card of um, physical power of some sort. So that could be your health, that could be like your influence, and it's it's as if you're being subdued, or somebody else is coming in and soothing you during this time. Um, I'm trying to think of anything. It's in the eighth house placement. So power and control and any kind of toxicity. So if this has been a struggle for you, a bad habit of some kind or something, I see that you are really trying to gain control, self control over something. This could also be regaining your power um, back after a time of darkness, and sometimes that's like so empowering, right? To finally get out of the tunnel and see the light. And with the chariot card, that's like fast movement forward, right? So there's some sort of form of generosity as well that could be really propelling you forward. Like if you didn't have a car, somebody could give you money and you could get a car like the next day with this money. Or you get a job and then you're able to get a car very shortly after you get the job, because it'll be a balanced and fair situation. If this is something to do with any kind of social aid that you might need, because we do have the Queen of Cups and the Six of Pentacles, I see there being a justice and a victory over um, a big win in terms of getting the assistance that you need. So this is about help. Somebody is coming in and helping you restore a situation of some kind. I think it could have to do with your health or your mental health. Your physical health, your mental health comes into play, but this could also be about work. It could be about a car. Um, it can also be about painting your house. I mean, there's so many different things this can be. Um, Lots of different things are popping up for me. Painting your car, even fixing your car. Um, Give me 1 second. Yeah, I get like in the future, you there's some sort of competition of spirit, right? There's something that you believe that other people might not be on the same page with, or you feel like there's a lot coming at you in the near future, and you really feel like you have to keep your guard up and keep going. It's like you're very interactive with future events. I feel like things are starting to maybe get a little overwhelming. And 7 is usually a very spiritual number, right? So it's defending your spiritual beliefs, maybe, in regards to something, because of that temperance card up there. It could be an argument over that. If there was ever a fight about illegal, I don't really have like Libra here. I do at the 9 of Swords, but I do here actually too. You might just have to be defending off of the many different opportunities or people coming at you with different things that they want, and you're defending what you need and what you want at this time. It's kind of protecting your energy. That's what I see. It's a protecting your energy. It's also competitive, so you might be trying to keep up with everything after, being out, down and out for a little while. You're now like back in the swing, and you're like, oh man, I'm just getting you're getting a groove. You're falling in a groove. The Emperor. Others see you as charming, so that's good. They see you as somebody who's an influencer as well, maybe in some sort of way. You might be watching other people's animals at this time, or someone else might be watching your animals. This lotus, like, incense is so pretty. The Emperor. You're hoping to gain control of your world again. You are hoping to get back on top, be the top dog in your world again. And I think that maybe there's a competition for the top spot in something, whether it be, everything from eBay to, job promotion. It just, there's some sort of competition that is leading you to desire the control over something, or being in charge of something, being a leader. You want to be somebody who starts things. You want to be a go-getter. You want to be the one people call on to organize and lead a situation. So this is also I feel like this is a very Jupiterian kind of thing, like Jupiter representing the husband in Vedic astrology. I know some modern astrologers, they say that Jupiter is also the husband or life partner in an astrology chart, because they're bringing it over from the Vedic. I just feel like this is like the leader of the family, in the 9th house. So it's leading belief system almost. It's not the high priestess, or the high priest, excuse me, the Hierophant. It's not the Hierophant, but there's something about it being, it's a very balanced approach to being a leader. It's fair. It's a fair leader. It's somebody who knows how to delegate, right? This person is organized, and they know how to delegate. They're in charge. You might want to start your own business as well. That's what the Emperor card can also mean. Um, this can also be talking about your beliefs in terms of what you think a good boss should be, or you what you think a leader should be, and you trying to, or what you think a father should be, even. So, and you trying to, you desiring that in your life in some sort of way. Maybe you've had an argument with your father. Um, there's something here about somebody, a leader, a father, and a belief system, long-term goals. This is also the house of abundance, so there is something about a father figure and good luck coming into your life in some sort of way. Now, in terms of your outcome on the whole, I see there being some confusion as to which path to take that will lead you to being the one who is being able to manifest something, a new path, even. You might be looking to move. The Chariot can mean, or maybe go somewhere on a road trip, even, um, because there's the give and the take of the financial resources, etc., and the Chariot being the car, and then I see the Two of Wands here. The guy's holding a map, a globe in his hand, and the world at his fingertips, right? He can go anywhere. Where will he go? And I see the Seven of Cups being almost like being confused as to, there's so many options. There's so many places I could go. Where should we go? And then the King of Wands, he's the guy who's made it to the top, right, of his suit, which is all about creation and manifestation. So he's a master manifester, and his will makes things go around. So you end up being able to manifest your desire and achieve what you want to achieve, having your card at the very end and having your other card at the very top is a very good omen. And I see that whatever has kind of made you upset in the past, opportunities are starting to come in. You might actually have so many opportunities, it might be hard to keep up with them in the near future. So now I'm going to go through the house. So we said about the health, right? The physical body and the health. You might be putting some money into your physical health, whether that be through a procedure. You would already know this was happening, so don't worry. Cancer, not cancer physically, like a health issue cancer. I'm just seeing like maybe you had some kind of procedure done that was having to do with your stomach of some kind. Somebody out there, if this is true, please put it in the comments. This could have to do with anything to do with the tummy area. It doesn't have to be an actual invasive procedure. It can just literally be like some medicine or something, and it makes things better. I also see with the first house, people are going to be seeing you as very generous at this time and are going to kind of be racing towards you, because they see, people get excited when they see somebody um, who's that energy brings people in of all kinds, right? So you're going to be protecting your energy eventually, and kind of discerning and filtering out who can come into your world and take your energy, because you don't want to end up back where you were before, right? So then there's this um I keep seeing food, right? Taking a drive to go to a restaurant, taking, because Cancer is the sign of nurturing, our earliest nurturing. It can also talk about food and food service. So I just see that in the second house of Taurus being like our taste. It's our first like first nourishment and first response um, to taste, right? So it's something that's very, if you might go to a restaurant this month period that's very what's the word I'm looking for? It's very homey. It's quaint. It's comfortable. It's cottagey, or makes you feel like you're having dinner at your parents' house kind of situation in some sort of way. Um, there's something warm and inviting about this event or place. This is also getting money to open a restaurant of some kind, or a bar of some kind. Third house. The local bar, the local venue that's artsy fartsy. There's some sort of healing modality local to you that might be where you're going a lot this month, and that you're having success with. Um, you might need a little more patience while driving on the road in your neighborhood this month. Um, Brake fluids, something like that. You could need some service at some point. Um, it's just so funny. I was talking about to my friend not that long ago about her car needing brake fluid. Um, but it's coming up with the temperance card of like the giving and the upflow and the downflow of the water there. Um, but it being in the third house, there's some kind of rite of passage or something that's going on with a sibling or a cousin. Um, this can also be a museum, something that has to do with history or art, or any of those things that you go visit during this period in your neighborhood. Your mother, actually, or a mother figure at this time, it could be a grandmother. She's very helpful and is going to be there for you um, in the month of May. Somebody will be your emotional support and in your family that you consider family. And it will be really, really healing for you mentally and spiritually, emotionally. Now, in terms of your fun, things might not. You might be stressed about your creative projects at this time. You might be stressed about being able to maybe afford leisurely activities, or having to borrow money for something to go and do something fun. There's something here about being up late at night as well, so just take it easy. um, yeah, there's something here that may be either draining you and keeping you up late at night, or just there's something here, maybe even scary movies. I see, like, there's some kind of weird, the Nine of Swords in the fifth house. What else could it be? Stressed about a gambling issue. So if you bet on horse races or any kind of um, like race betting, um, I see that in the past you might have lost and been really stressed. In the future, or presently, you might have just won again and it's been victorious. But it's saying, to balance, to keep things balanced and don't go crazy with the Temperance card there. Your children might be stressing you out as well at this time. You might really be thinking about if they're getting to that age where they're going to be needing a vehicle, or you want to get them a vehicle. You're trying to figure out how to get them a vehicle, and it's been very stressful, and so you can drive themselves places and be more independent. Also, you could be stressed about just having to think, come up fast with financial matters. Lots of money coming in and out very quickly, but it seems like everything is good. You just have to tell people no once in a while, I guess, or tell your kids, like, hey, this is what I can do, this is what I can't do. Ask your grandmother. Also, fifth house. You might be feeling a little bit stressed about your romantic life as well at this time. Like, you might be stressed about it not going as well, or maybe you're nervous about, you could be nervous about romantic settings because it's maybe been a while since you've been in a situation that's been this intimate. There's like maybe a fear of intimacy, or some sort of, or physical intimacy, or dating. Nervous about going on a date as well. I see that. Yeah, you're getting on top of your health. There's something you're doing in your day-to-day life that's either very physical, or you are defending the way you do things, your beliefs on your routine. You might actually work in some sort of defense kind of setting at work. Um, this could be a pro bono lawyer type situation. I don't have Libra here except for the Queen of Swords. Oh, I guess that she does qualify. So, yeah, and it's the next card coming up. So it could be some sort of defending people, or fighting for people in some sort of way. The Chariot can also be a hero kind of card, and with the Six of Pentacles, it's very generous. There's like a giving of spirit, of running to the rescue, defending the honor and nobility, and while also being kind of sweet and charming as well with the Strength card. Yeah, you're going to have to be really discerning about relationships and partnerships in your life at this time, because I think that you'll be still recovering from whatever happened in the past, and you will need all your strength to get forward into this next cycle. So you're not going to be wanting to deal with any more BS for a while. You might also meet a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person who is really good at helping you clear something out. So this could be somebody who's helping you clean up some situation in your life. This could be a maid as well, with the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords. I mean, the Queen of Pentacles I would see more of as like housework, but like this person could literally be somebody who's an editor of some kind, or who's going to help you with a writing project, or some sort of legal matter, even any of that stuff. So somebody's going to come into your life and be very fair, and but she's going to be to the point. She's going to be no BS. So just be aware of that. And then in your 8th house, I can't help but feeling like you're nervous about being intimate with somebody, and or having to go slow with somebody because either you or them are just a bit shy, or a bit I wouldn't say inexperienced. I'd say more of just a bit rusty, a bit rough around the edges. And I get that feeling from the Nine of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the Strength card here. There's just like a very defensive and kind of filtering energy going on. So somebody might have had some sort of upsetting event in the past, and so with somebody, it could be that same person. It doesn't have to be a negative thing necessarily, or something didn't go the way that you wanted it to, so that's why it was negative. It just was awkward maybe, and now you're nervous about approaching the situation again. But I feel like it goes okay. Everything ends up being okay. The Emperor in the 9th. Something about your father playing a significant role in your month of May. You might travel a distance to go see the father, or the father might travel a distance to go see you. Somebody who is an authority figure in your life, potentially a male figure. This can be anybody really, but being in the 9th house, it has something to do with, it could even be a world leader that this is talking about, in a more generalized manner, or macro, or it depends on how macro or micro you want to go. Some world leader will be, or a leader in your world will be kind of delegating something to you, or leaving you with some words of wisdom. There's some sort of experience here in terms of getting something started. They might help you get a project started. They might help you get a business started. There is some sort of understanding that they have, or wisdom that they have, that they will be passing down to you in some sort of way. Now in the 10th house, either you are a personal shopper or you decide on what products that certain retailers are going to take in, or you test out these products. You might own a shop, and people are really kind of pushing their product in your face and trying to get you to sell it and put it on your shelves. There's also a not knowing what to pick in terms of a what holds value, not knowing, having to do more research on a this is also having to kind of defend or hone back your desires in some sort of way in terms of what looks shiny and bright. Not everything glitters is gold type scenario. Also, if this is romantic at work, you might meet like a lot of really attractive people at work, but you don't know who to trust, or these people might seem attractive for different reasons, right? There might be somebody who's you would consider dating from your job. You might get more than one job offer, and you're like, I don't know which one to pick. They all seem pretty cool or good, but I know there's going to be one that's going to be way better than the others. What can I do? There's something here about having to decipher or pick between several different things. You don't know really what's inside. This is also a raffle. For some reason, I'm seeing a raffle. I guess because of the Six of Pentacles. This is also that lotto win or gambling win. So if some of you might have that Sagittarius luck right now, don't take my word for it. Whatever you choose to do with your money is your responsibility. But yeah, I just see something like that happening. Something you're defending your inability to choose something. There's something here that is sparkly and shiny and bright. Like I said, it's almost like you're playing darts. I see someone playing darts on a map, and the map is, you're like, wherever the dart lands is where I'm going to go. But then you're like, but what about this place? But what about this place? Like, you can't decide whether you're going to choose or you're going to, oh, okay. So this is also something about having to compromise on a decision or make a joint effort and decision on going somewhere new, on a path, on a quest. And it could have to do with your father. So if you have your father and you are trying to make a decision about something together to maybe bring in certain resources together to do something, go on a road trip, do something like that, I see that there is some sort of needing to not be manipulative, but savvy about getting your own way. Knowing how to tame the beast and trying to sweeten the authority. It's almost as if like she doesn't like this energy is what you're supposed to do, right? This is how you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be more like, no. Other people who see you as somebody sweet and like who's able to kind of suck, for lack of a better word right now because I'm very tired, suck up to somebody to get what you want. The Queen of Swords doesn't do that. She doesn't have to do that. She's just very to the point. She's very blunt. And that's what your advice is. So you're going to want to be more straightforward about what you want and not try to beat around the bush or think that other people are going to understand really where you're coming from by you being nice to them or trying to soften any kind of news, or it's just gonna maybe confuse somebody more. I think that you might have been stressed about delivering like your desires or your what you want to do, where you're going with this person, and so you're feeling kind of on the defense because you're like, I don't know how they're going to react to this, because they're not getting the bees with honey situation. So I might have to just tell them like straight out that this is what I want, this is what I expect, I'm willing to compromise, but this is what I'm not willing to put up with or do this time around. And I think that in the end you end up getting what you desire, through your will, through your willpower, and your ability to compromise and try new things and go down a new path. All right, Sagittarius, you're really coming up in your power. Like I said, you got you all over this reading. A lot of fiery energy here with the Emperor and your Sag card, Temperance, and the King of Wands, and the Two of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. So this is going to be your month period. I think that you're going to really enjoy May. The past is the past. Just what you learned from it. Maybe you don't want to repeat anything over again from the past. And somebody else might need to be reminded, like, hey, I really don't want to do that because I've done that already, and this is what happened last time, and I just really would appreciate if we could figure something else out of some kind. All right, Sag, I hope you have a great one, and I'll talk to you in June. Bye.